Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 57th episode of the Poorly Planned podcast. This episode will truly live up to the name Poorly Planned, as we've just discovered moments before recording. Freddie doesn't even really know the topic, even though I, for some reason, assumed he did. But,
we've watched a bit.
We'll go with it. We'll make it work.
Who are we?
This is the Poorly Planned. My name is Benedict. You probably know me better as BHL Hudson. Here with me, as always, is my friend, co-host, and man who eats an orange like a complete savage. I've just noticed how you're eating this orange. Freddie does not peel off the different... He keeps a little bit of the skin on for like a grip, and then he eats it like an apple.
What can I say? I'm Agent Orange.
I never noticed that you did this.
I thought this is the first time I've eaten an orange in like a year.
Explains a lot. Scurvy, question mark? So, here we talk about movies, TV shows, a bunch of nonsense. Scurvy. With me is... Oh, wait.
You've messed this up. New intro.
So, today we're talking about the Justice League animated TV show cartoon thing. Now,
God.
there are two... This whole series is two-pronged, if you will. Mm-hmm. So, we're going to be talking about the first 2 seasons, which was just Justice League, because then the last 3 seasons were Justice League Unlimited.
Oh, yeah, with
all the people. We'll do an episode. Trust me, we will be doing an episode on that. Unless this one does Casino Royale numbers, in which case...
In which case, we'll definitely do it.
So, we're going to be talking about just the Justice League show in general, and also I've written down some episodes that maybe we'll talk about, but now knowing that Freddie potentially has not seen a few of these, maybe we won't.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know. I feel like I would have more to say about the Unlimited one.
Well, you could have told me that. Then again, I could have told you what the episode was about. I've gotten too confident in this system we have of just springing it on
We'll make it work.
We'll make it work. All right, so, firstly, I will say the Justice League animated show. I've talked about this many times, but it is
really good. No, I've seen a bit. It's just a long time ago.
It's excellent, and it's amazing. And it was, as growing up, it was absolutely my favorite show ever. Like, as a kid, I had three phases of this, where when I was a very small child, I watched it when it was airing back in, like, from 2005 or something. Then, when I was, like, 12 or something, I discovered that all the episodes were on YouTube, because at that point, YouTube had really lax copyright laws.
I've watched them on YouTube.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. And I watched them again, and that, honestly... I think that was right before I saw the Avengers, and that started, like, my superhero interest again, and then the Avengers was, like,
oh, gosh.
kicked it off. So, you guys have this show to thank for
BHL's creation.
And then, more recently, I've just been, like, I occasionally rewatch some clips, and I'm just like, it's not even nostalgia. This is a really good show. Like, I don't know. Maybe it is a bit nostalgia, but I watched it, and, like, this is excellent. It's,
It is really, really good. No, yeah, I also just watched it on YouTube. That's why I don't think I've ever watched it in order. So,
no, I don't think I did either initially, but then...
Damn.
But later on.
So this show is your Merlin. Or...
Potentially.
Because, gosh, I love Merlin. I don't know if I've told you about it, but it's just so good.
We'll probably have to do a Merlin episode eventually. I'll have to pay you back for all these. Yeah, exactly. We'll have to do a Merlin episode, alright.
Yes! Or a Black Sails episode. Or a Death Note episode. There's so many times you need to pay me back.
I think I paid you back when we did a Ben and Fred Watch for Couples Retreat. I think that was the biggest...
wanted that.
The biggest payback.
Don't pretend like you didn't love it.
Also, can you believe that those videos have more views than our current pods? That shows how much we've fallen off. Couples Retreat.
Maybe that was the fucking cliff we fell over. Doing that. And then it was like, no. I can't watch these guys.
But, yeah, Justice League, it is... First of all, voice cast.
I will say it's the best Batman.
Kevin Conroy, Batman voice. He does it in a ton of stuff, but he's absolutely the best one. I also particularly love Green Lantern. Phil Lamar's Green Lantern.
Yeah.
He's great. And everyone in general is really good as well.
I'm a little bit confused about all the... Because there's so many different Green Lanterns, isn't there? Is Phil... Oh, I know his name. Not Phil Lamar. But is that Green
John
Lantern...
Stewart.
Is he the main one?
No. So typically it's Hal Jordan. But,
yeah, I was going to say.
That's the one
Hal person
that Ryan Reynolds played. But John Stewart will always be my favorite because of this. And, he's great.
But how come they've chosen him instead of Halle Boy?
I think they were trying to spice it up. I also think, like, Hawkgirl isn't traditionally, like, a core member of the Justice League, maybe. So I think they were just trying to make it more interesting. But,
I'll accept it.
Lamar. But, how would you rank the 7 members in, like...
All right.
Of your favorites?
Batman is definitely my favorite.
Yeah, this is a discussion I had many times as a child. Just so you know, so it's great to revisit this.
No, Batman is definitely my favorite. Then I'd probably say The Flash.
Fair enough. He's really good.
who? So there's
Great voice actor as well.
There's Superman, Batman, Flash,
Wonder Woman,
Martian,
Hawkgirl, and
Hawkgirl,
Green Lantern.
Okay. Then I might actually say Green Lantern. That's the third.
It's gotta be.
Then we'll hit a.
Him and Flash are also very fun together.
Yeah, they are. Flash is I mean, Batman has to be the peak, but Flash is also very, very good. Then we've also got, I think, probably Superman next. I think he's pretty good.
Solid.
Actually, no, Wonder Woman before Superman.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're crazy.
Then Hawkgirl is last because she's just kind of meh.
Yeah, and she's also a traitor in the end, which we'll talk about.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's a big episode.
Is that the one with, like, her people come?
Yeah, that's the big... I think it's probably here somewhere, but I was actually rewatching that. No, it's not. But I was rewatching some of that episode this morning, and it's... we'll talk about Starcrossed later.
Please.
But yeah, Hawkgirl's definitely last.
And then probably Martian dude or Superman.
They're kind of interchangeable, as like in terms of likability. But no, I think honestly they're all great. But I would say Hawkgirl's probably my least.
Can I get a BHL rank?
Oh.
That's the
It's very
internet.
similar. No. I'd say Batman, Green Lantern,
Okay.
Flash, Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's great as well. I think they're all great, actually. What am I saying? I think they're all amazing. Martian Manhunter, Superman, Hawkgirl. You can tell I've thought about this a lot. I had that off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, I don't know, Batman is just so cool.
I aspire to be like him.
This is my favorite representation of Batman in anything, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, me too. Because he's got the... he's very dark, mysterious, but also not to the point where it gets, like, over the top, you know?
Yeah, he still fits the world, too. Mm-hmm. And, I don't know, I think the world that this show builds is a perfect DC world. Like, I think the movies have struggled a little bit, and they're starting to find it now, like, of getting this mix of, like, darkness and fun and, like, gods and monsters and whatever, mixing it all together. I think this show has the perfect mix of it, because even though it is animated and it is a kid's show, it's not like a kid show where it's, like, you know, very super basic and whatever.
Yeah, it's no Bob the Builder.
No. It's like I watch it now and I love it. Like, exactly. I don't know. I've been watching clips lately. And I'm like, damn, this is still really like it
still holds up.
It's funny. Like, it has funny moments. It has really good characters, especially for I don't know. Like when I think of cartoons, I don't think of like it's a little bit like The Office. If I were to bring it back to a previous episode.
No.
Or like
don't relate this to that.
With a sitcom, I don't know. You don't expect like really like I don't know. Such a connection with the characters, I guess, because it's supposed to be more like funny and whatever, and like comedy. Yeah. And similarly with like a cartoon like this, that's meant for children.
You don't expect to fall in love with the Flash.
Like you don't expect like to have I don't know, I guess such an emotional connection. But I think it does a really good, especially as much as we say like Hawkgirl might be our least favorite of those 7. The story with her and Green Lantern.
Oh yeah,
very good.
They're a couple.
Yeah, and then at the end, I guess we'll skip to. I guess we can talk about Starcrossed for a little bit. My favorite episode of anything ever, which. It's no, but kind of. It's the last episode of the series, like this Justice League series, and it was 3 episodes, so it's a movie basically.
Yeah.
And it's so awesome. It is my favorite thing ever. It's so the music, the action, and then remember the fight in the Batcave?
I don't think I've seen.
I
don't think I've seen it all.
Oh my god! I've never been this enraged on a pod.
I don't know. I don't think... Just explain to me...
Okay.
What goes on.
So basically, the Hawk people come to Earth, and they're like, we are here to protect you from these scary aliens who are going to come and kill you. And Batman's like, I don't buy this.
Okay,
so then Batman steals some of the scary aliens that they brought with them. He's like, they have a frozen liver, so they were long dead before they got here, which means they've set us up. And so the force field that they're building to stop...
We're getting into it.
And so they're basically making the Justice League build a force field, but it turns out it's actually a weapon that's going to destroy the world. Oh. And so the Justice League have to stop.
So they've done it dirty on the Justice League.
They've done them real dirty.
Oh, okay.
And then they get...
Not my boys.
Then they get locked up and they break out of this flying fortress. You must have seen this.
Probably.
They break out of the prison and like
such a long
they have a prison break and Superman's getting beat up and then Batman hits the bad guy with a giant hammer. It's fucking awesome. And then I've never been this passionate on an episode of the pod. Oh my god. And then there's also a fight. You definitely see when they go undercover as civilians. They go undercover as civilians. It's the best scene ever.
Show me. Honestly, I've probably seen all of this, but I just do not remember that much.
Where also him and Batman and Diana go into a bar and then they kiss to like disguise themselves.
Oh, I have seen that. Oh, and then the kiss was right there. Go back.
Yeah. Look, they go into a restaurant and they kiss so they don't see them. And then at the end, Diana's like, sorry. And Bruce is like, don't be. And I'm like, oh, Bruce. Bruce. And then they also, Green Lantern carries because he gets his ring confiscated, he carries like a giant tool in his jacket and he's about to beat someone to death with it. And then Martian Manhunter's like, nah, we got this.
What's Martian looking like? Is that Martian right there with the cap? Talking to him right there?
No. That's Martian. That's Martian.
Right. Martian's got a long chin.
He's got a real long chin. Yeah, look at this. He's like, ooh, I'm about to smack this dude with a giant wrench.
Oh.
But then Clark Kent is like, excuse me, I'm here to take... Oh, they got that part out.
Then, boom, Clark Kent shows up.
Yeah, Clark Kent is like, here, I'm here to take pictures for my newspaper, because I'm a newspaperman.
God, those glasses are just so stupid.
And then they have an epic fight in the Batcave where Alfred gets punched really hard or something.
Does Alfred survive?
There's a giant, ship that comes down, and then so one of them just grabs Alfred.
A ship lands on Alfred.
No, they don't punch him, but one of the soldiers, just grabs him by the face and just slams him into the ground. But then at the end, once he's defeated, Alfred comes up and he's like...
Once Alfred is defeated, the toughest task of any task force.
When the bad guy's defeated, Alfred comes up and he's like... They usually leave the trash on Sundays. And I'm like, Alfred.
Bruce and Alfred.
And then there's the fight at the end where Jon Stewart fights the Hawkman, and it's... Bro, we're doing a Ben and Fred watch of this sometime, because I'm freaking out talking about this.
Ben and Fred watched the first Justice League episode, didn't we?
Yeah, that's unlisted in some playlist somewhere. I'll link it below if you want to see that. But also, the ending of that episode.
Well, so when is it that Hawkgirl turns bad?
She's never bad, because she didn't know that they were evil. So she thought that they were good, but then she discovers also they're trying to destroy the world. And then she joins the Justice League again.
What?
But then, at the end of the show...
Then she's a double traitor.
Pretty much. But then at the end of the show, she... they take a vote on whether or not she gets to stay in the Justice League. But she's like, I don't want to hear your vote. I'm leaving, but I love you all. And they have a beautiful goodbye. You must have seen the Jon Stewart Hawkgirl goodbye.
Do they kiss?
No, because they were lovers.
Then what?
And then
so they make love. No. As Alfred is writhing on the ground in pain.
No, Hawkgirl's about to fly away, and Jon Stewart's like, "Was it all a lie?" And she's like, "I loved you, Jon. I never lied about that." And then she flies away, and then he starts crying, and he says, "I love you too." And then it cuts to black, and oh my god, that is the most emotional thing I've ever seen.
And by golly, I need to watch it.
In terms of other episodes that I enjoy, Injustice for All. That's
the one where they go to the parallel universe and they're all...
Oh. Shut up. Know your place. It's not here.
You said not where there's the bad people.
No, that's when Joker and Lex Luthor and all the bad guys team up.
When do they meet their bad...
That's obviously Justice Lords. That's not what the episode's called.
Justice Lords.
But that's what they're called in the episode. That's a good episode.
So lame.
Justice Lords. It's amazing.
Just the name. Anyways. I love... Mark Hamill's the Joker, right? In this
yes,
as well.
Yeah.
God, he's also the best Joker.
And also, Clancy Brown as Lex Luthor, who is also...
the best Lex Luthor.
There's also the Amazo episode where there's that robot that takes all their powers, but then he also takes their weaknesses, and so Batman's like, I got some kryptonite. And then he's like, oh my god. Whoa. Eclipsed, that's the one where they all become evil because this diamond... Bro, okay, this is the dumbest moment of the show, but they have this diamond that makes you evil, right? Mm. As you do.
Of course.
And then they have it on their watchtower, and then Hawkgirl's like...
Hawkgirl just f***s up a lot.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but she does f*** up this part. She's like, no one will ever be hurt by this diamond ever again. And she smashes it into a billion tiny pieces that then shoot into all the members of the Justice League except for the Flash.
I have seen this episode, and I do remember that, and it is so stupid.
It's kind of terrifying. They're all chasing around the watchtower, and then he defeats them in the end by shining a giant light at them, and then he runs into the sun or something. Victory lap.
He's a martyr for the cult he's part of.
It's for no purpose. It's just for the lulz.
YOLO, he said.
He's like, do it for the vine. As Luke Cage dabs somehow in the background. Was also...
But how is it he shines a light on them?
Yeah, he opens like a giant light
into the sun.
he throws it into the sun, so he doesn't run into the sun technically. Fine, you got me on a technicality.
Yeah, please. It's a pretty big technicality.
It's not really a technicality, more of like a huge part of the story.
Flash dies or doesn't die? Meh.
Secret Society, where they fight the giant gorilla man and then his team of misfits, which is what your band is going to be called.
Rampage Part 2.
Why it's Gorilla Grodd, I know, before you leave a comment. Wild Cards, where the Joker gets all his like henchmen in Vegas and there are a bunch of bombs that are about to go off. Excellent episode as well. Comfort and joy
is what this show brings me.
It's the Christmas episode and it's super wholesome because Martian Manhunter goes to have Christmas with Clark Kent. And then they're like, here, we give you a sweater because we're the Kents and we're old people who love making sweaters. It's their rap album. We're the Kents. Oh my god. I feel like this is the lamest I've ever sounded in an episode of the pod.
We are the Kents. I also love Justice League. Also, should we put a pause and I'll quickly run down?
Goodness, that's a bit of a big ass, but I suppose we'll do it. All right, we're going to pause for a second, and then Freddy's going to leave and then come back. So you need no more information than that. Surprise! And we're back! Well,
the grind don't stop.
I've had enough time to calm myself from my previous rantings about the amazingness of Starcrossed. So,
it's going to get right back in there. You just know it.
I don't remember where we left off. I think I just talked about the Christmas episode where they give him a sweater.
You do. They went to the Kents.
Yeah. Meet the Kents. And yeah, I was thinking also we talked about this on the childhood trauma episode. Mm-hmm. The 4th episode of the pod, by the way.
Oh.
Only the OGs will remember this one. But
that's a GC kind of fact.
So there are 2 episodes that scared me deeply as a child. The Justice League of America episode, I think it's called. Or that's not the episode, but that's who's in it, where they go to another dimension where everything's like awesome and it's like this 1950s like perfect utopian society or whatever, and then they're like, something's probably not right here, and they meet like this like the Justice League from the 1950s comics, and then turns out it's all being controlled by like a little boy called Timmy who has like a giant Brainiac face head thing, and then they're
it actually Brainiac?
No, it's this disturbing little demon creature boy.
Okay.
And they're like, Rah!
Classic Timmy.
Yeah, and then they beat him up or something, I don't know. And then and they realize they had the wrong boy, and they're like, oh. They back away slowly. Jon Stewart puts down the wrench that he had with him. He's like, And
classic Jon Stewart.
And of course, the Only a Dream episode with, God, what's this dude's name? It's not Dr. Nightmare, because that would be
Dr. Disrespect.
God.
Dr. Doom.
No, Doctor.
If it's not Dr. Disrespect, Doctor.
God damn it. What is his name? Justice League. Doctor. Destiny. This motherfucker.
I do remember you telling me that you were
frightened. Look at this dude. How does this not scare the absolute piss out of you as a child? And then he also, like, it wasn't just his, like, scary skeleton face, although that part where he murders his wife in her head or something, he shows up in his wife's nightmares, and then it's implied that he basically like tortures her to death in
Freddy Krueger style.
Yeah, if that wasn't terrifying enough, where his face melts off his face, you know face melts off the face, you know what I'm saying?
I'm getting you.
And then also I don't know, dreams kind of freak me out when they're used in like a horror kind of sense, you know? So the idea of, because all the other Justice League members are trapped in like nightmares of their own, and it's just really like, I don't know, it's so, especially as like a small child, it was so unsettling. Like Superman can't control his powers, like he murders like Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane and stuff, and Hawkgirl's trapped in like a coffin or something. Green Lantern has
Flash is suddenly obese.
No, that's another episode, but there's an episode where he like
becomes obese.
He has like a vision of him like getting super fat as he's running. That's a good one. But no, he gets a dream that he's like stuck in a world where like he went too fast, so everything is like stopped around him.
Ooh, that does sound kind of freaky.
And then, but they're like little kids who like start eating like rats eating or something.
Flash?
No, they start. I don't know. He meets a bunch of kids and they start eating something that they're like frog. They eat frogs or something. It's so weird. And then also, Green Lantern is in a world where he's like in his like.
He's not special.
Well, yeah, he's in like his, I don't know, his neighborhood or something, and but no one understands him. No one knows him, and they all speak in gibberish. They're like, flipping a flogging, and he's like, what are you doing, kid? And then he beats him to death
with his wrench.
Green Lantern brings out his classic weapon, the real wrench.
Whenever he doesn't understand something, just
Gah! Also, we forgot to talk about Starcrossed. I'm getting back into it.
God, I can tell.
The final fight with Jon Stewart and the Hawkman Man. And
the Hawkman Man.
And he...
What is this double thing you're doing here? The face and the Hawkman Man.
And he gets, like, his ring cut off. It's, like, a crazy moment. And then he's, like...
and then he pulls out his wrench.
That would be pretty badass. He's like, I've got him. And then you just hear a giant crack just over the back of the head. But before that, he's about to get beaten. He says, you can kiss my axe. And he makes an axe out of Greek. Come on. Classic. And then at the end...
Stewart is a lyrical miracle.
Yeah, he takes like a piece of wood and he's like, I'm going to introduce you to my friend here. And then he starts swinging at him with a piece of wood. God, so good. Anyway, excellent.
So he produces a piece of wood?
No, he finds a piece of wood because the ring is cut off.
Okay, I was going to say, he makes a piece of wood with his... Stewart, you're clearly senile.
Stewart could make... It's also, in some of these battles, he could make anything. And he decides
Could he not make like a gun?
He could make like a... He could fill the whole room with like Green Lantern energy and just suffocate everyone, I'm assuming. Like he could just make a giant block and crush someone. Feel like Green Lantern could have done this much easier, but it is the Hawkman Man. So not to be confused with Hawkman. This is Hrotalic. Hawkman Man.
Oh, I see.
His name isn't actually
I know, but
but his name is Hrotalic. So we're recording, right? Yes. So I think that's... What do you have to say about Justice League? Because I think that's about all I can muster.
I don't know. It sounds like you've mustered this and many more. I mean, again, I'm not as big a fanboy as you are. As big of a nerd as you are. But it is a great show with great voice acting and just
good characters, good fun action. Great for kids and adults alike.
Now,
Mostly
when
kids.
We get into Unlimited.
Then
boy, do I have something to say about Green Arrow. I love that guy.
Unlimited is so good too. We're gonna have a blast with that.
Do you think Unlimited or this is better?
It's tough to say. I think I like the fact that Unlimited has more overarching stories. Mm-hmm. Like season 2 of Unlimited is like it has this whole storyline that's really, really like cool to follow. But I think individually the episodes of Justice League might be a little better. But I do love but for that one I'm gonna rewatch some episodes so we're really prepared for this, instead of me just going, did you see the part where Jon Stewart, he has a wrench? Do you see that?
And he says, kiss my axe.
So 10 out of 10, amazing show, best show ever, love it. Mwah. You can tell we're only on episode 3. I've already lost all my energy. I expended all of it on that Starcrossed rant. So it's time for the Tom Cnews.
What the hell? my main gig.
You've been hired to say one line.
Well, it's ruined now.
No, come on.
Tom Cnews.
It's not the same.
Nice.
So, I was thinking, because...
I see 2 clips here. Is this a double news?
No. Don't be insane.
The Tom Cnews?
So, I was thinking, because we're going to be so not up to date on news stuff in the coming episodes, we'll only have
like predict the future.
No, we should do that. But actually, that could go horribly wrong. But even though we're going to be recording like stuff for the like announcements and fan art, I'm thinking instead of recording new Tom Cnews each week, we instead for the next few weeks go through these 2 articles that I found, which are lists of. So this first one is pretty normal, whatever. How tall is Tom Cruise and 9 other things. There's a list of like facts about him. Okay. But then I also found this other article suggested, which I thought it just has the best title of any article ever. 15 facts about the cars in Tom Cruise's life. I don't know why there's an article about Tom Cruise's cars, but I'm thinking we go through when we, for the next few episodes, we just go through these articles. So firstly, a fact about Tom Cruise.
He suffers from dyslexia.
Oh.
Cruise.
Okay, that's our fact for today.
Okay. Let's do two a day.
Okay, by the way, this is courtesy of thethings.com. The things being Tom Cruise and only Tom Cruise. So he had dyslexia.
He was bored, anxious, and frustrated.
It wasn't until he joined the Church of Scientology that he started properly learning how to read. No wonder he is such a devout believer. He believes he owes his literacy to the church.
Cruise.
Well, this Cruise fact got real weird and dark real fast. I don't like how this went. Let's take one from the car article. Okay. He had a public struggle.
It's all about freaking Cruise's life struggles.
Yeah, this is just a list of things Cruise wishes he didn't remember.
Totally broken here.
He had a public struggle with his Bugatti Veyron. Thanks to Tom Cruise having a fortune, he can afford to get his hands on some of the coolest cars on the planet. He made sure to flex his Bugatti Veyron. Veyron? I'm not rich enough to know how this was pronounced.
I know what a Bugatti is, though.
I love Bugattis. But this cool moment instead turned into an infamous one when he struggled to get the door open in front of the public.
I almost want to see that.
I mean, I was kind of hoping this would be more crazy, but he literally just couldn't get the door open.
Cruise suffocates from his own farts. Let's see it. YouTube.
Cruise Bugatti incident. Debacle. Tom Cruise cannot open the door of his Bugatti Veyron. Oh, it's just gonna be a video of his car where he can't. Oh, this is so. Oh. Well, okay, this doesn't seem like that big of an incident. He was only waiting for like 5 seconds.
Please, Tom, don't be such a drama queen.
Also, in other news,
what is this?
Richard Bacchus suggested that we review the Jeremy Renner app.
I did actually see this.
I did try to download the Jeremy Renner app.
What is the Jeremy Renner?
And my phone exploded. So, no, it's no longer on the App Store. So, also, I have no idea what the a Jeremy Renner app would be. So I looked it up, and I found this article that I think sums it up brilliantly. Yes, Jeremy Renner had an app, but trolls forced him to shut it down. Now, launched in 2017, this thanks to LA Times, the Jeremy Renner app was meant to be a place to do fun things, according to its description. It featured...
That's so creepily vague.
It's just for Renner to feast on the blood of those who join. It featured an in-app feed of Instagram-like updates from Renner, as well as separate feed for uploaded content from users to foster a community around the fandom of Jeremy Renner. What
the hell? Any phone that still has this app is worth millions right now.
He made like his own Instagram for only him. But the best part is here. In addition to being a platform for Renner to interact directly with his fans, the free app features in-app purchases ranging from $2 to $395 for fans to buy superstars to boost their comments and rank so they could #be seen by Renner, which also sounds like a weird horror movie thing. You will be seen by Renner. Renner will see you now.
How has Renner managed to do a reverse OnlyFans where people pay for him to see you?
Oh my god, this is so Renner's OnlyFans. So I'm really upset that
there's no life in these eyes.
This is no longer available, but apparently, despite catering to a very niche and devoted fan community, the Jeremy Renner app was not without its troubles. There's a shock. Within a year of its launch, there were reports about the app's hateful atmosphere and bullying, as well as accusations of censorship and rig. So is this bullying amongst the Renner fans?
Or is this Renner bullying you?
Renner you pay $400 for Renner to see you, and he just writes like, "Oh man, you're so fat."
You've been seen.
He just points at the camera. But I wish you hadn't been.
Never been tagged. And you won't either by a woman. It's Renner dabs.
I can't believe. How can a Renner app have a hateful atmosphere?
How could it not?
That's very true. So, rest in peace, the Jeremy Renner app, but
never thought I'd hear those words.
But I hope we can bring it back someday. And we're back for the weekly Freddie Scotland announcement thing, update time fun. How are you, Freddie?
It's the official title.
How are you doing? You wanna hit us a little Scotland update?
A little Scotland update. Well, just submitted two big assignments. So we got somewhat of a holiday going on now, which is very nice. Or reading week, which is what we want. However, as per tradition and usual, my living conditions and social life is degrading
on the ropes
because every single one of my flatmates are in fact leaving for the week.
Oh no! So you have on the plus side, you have the flat to yourself.
I go around being the nudist nudes.
You can do the Tom Cruise thing where he slides in his underpants, you know?
Oh my god.
Well, hey, let's look at it positive. At least you have the flat to yourself, you know? Well, there we go. Well, this week, couple of little, actually a little bit more than a couple. 25. No. Some announcements. Firstly, the fan page stuff over from Cian on one of the fan pages. He posted from the Three Musketeers movie, one of our favorites, the Disney one.
It's a classic.
That he says, not a meme, but when listening to the Nostalgia Pod, you guys talked about the Three Musketeers, and the only scene I remember from that movie also traumatized me was when Mickey and Donald, I think, started drowning. Don't remember the rest. Which I do, of course, we remember.
You don't need to remember anything else.
We remember every detail of that film because it's a classic.
And we are podcasters. So.
Yeah. In that scene, yeah, I believe he's locked in the drowning dungeon, but then I don't want to say Goofy saves him.
To the floor. No, Goofy does save him.
Okay. But Goofy comes down and saves. So big ups Goofy.
Shout out to my man Goof.
But yeah, no, that's a class. We gotta Ben and Fred watch that someday. That's a classic movie.
That would be so good.
Yeah, some more fun memes and stuff. Also posted about the Woody. He made a Woody's collection on, I believe it's the what's the app? The movie app, Letterboxd. The Woody's collection, and he said we need Woody's Part 2. I think that's, once we figure out how to record pods after all these pre-recorded ones, I think that's gotta be on the...
I think that's gonna be, once we actually go to Woody's again. So how long was it ago that we did, like, Woody's?
It was summer 2018, I think.
2018? What
yeah.
the hell?
So
long ago.
we gotta hit another Woody's one, so thank you.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's some more memes and stuff, so thank you, Cian. A link down below to the fan pages run by Cian and Pierce. Thank you guys. Alexis Herrera commented we should talk about our favorite horror movies or scary anecdotes for Halloween. I'm thinking we save that for next week when the episode will actually be going up. I believe, what is today, the 23rd? Yeah, so it'll be going up the day before Halloween. God, my brain is fried.
I'm a fool.
And similarly, GC commented we should do, when Christmas comes around, we should do Christmas pod about, favorite Christmas movies and Christmas nostalgia stuff. I think that's a great idea.
Then I'll actually be home to hit a Christmas pod. God.
Then we'll have to hit like 20 pods just so we make sure we don't go out of business. Because I'll be honest, I do not know how we're going to record new pods. But we still have a couple of weeks to figure it out, so we'll figure something out.
Yeah. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Then, also, I just want to say, because this is going in the Justice League episode, a classic one. I've been watching some more Justice League lately, just some clips here and there. It's still bloody amazing. But I just want to say, we didn't actually get to talk about quite a few of the episodes that are in my favorites, because we just spent a lot of time rambling about, and by we I mean about Starcrossed. So I will just say, yeah.
Alright. God, I remember it well.
The Justice Lords episode, a classic, and I'm not going to go into it, but there are a bunch more, and but yeah, maybe I'll make another video on it someday, we'll see. But and then I just thought you would love this comment interaction on one of the pods, I think the last one. Movie Guy says, BHL and FDK, I know you're looking at this, was the can empty? And then Cian...
I think I did like that.
I think Cian comes in with this monstrous reply. Well, if a can has a certain amount of landmine spray in it, and we can only assume that Muggsy has pulled a fat Muggsy like this in the past, and that the Kingsmen only have one can of this landmine spray, and after Merlin uses it, Muggsy says, Merlin, what the f*** have you done? Foreshadowing that he has made a deep mistake. When Firth asks for the can, Merlin replies by pulling the can back as if to say that this was his can, but no, the can was just empty, and now that this can was empty, Merlin sees no future for himself and decides to stay on the landmine. TLDR, yes. So, I had a good laugh reading that, so thank you, Cian, for a very in-depth analysis.
That's the most analysis that's ever happened on the podcast, including our videos.
Then, and yeah, the comments as usual are delightful. Thank you guys so much for the support. Also got a very nice email from Cian, so thank you for that. Which he didn't want to post publicly, but so I'll just say we won't read it out. But thank you, Cian. It was a very nice message, and yeah, in terms of I asked a while back having 1 hour pods or every other week or 30 minutes every week. It seems people are kind of divided, so I think we'll figure out. Maybe we'll do a a mix.
It's ruined. Revolution and civil war occurs.
But I think we'll maybe do a combination. But again, we'll first actually figure out. I realize we have to figure out how to actually record pods, and then we'll figure that out. So yeah, I think that's it for this week. Unless you have anything else to say.
I never have anything good to say.
Some more goofs to have. If not, then I'll just say the podcast is on Spotify and iTunes, link down below. Or if you're listening on Spotify, not iTunes, Apple Podcasts. Or if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
It's not even a podcast.
Link down below to our YouTube channel where we post the pods and some more fun content. Check those out. Anyway, back to the original vid. So, thank you very much for listening to this episode. You can find me on YouTube, BHL Hudson, Instagram, Twitter, BHL_Hudson. You can email the pod at bhlhudsonvids@gmail.com. Plus, check out the fan pages. They're great. Link in the description.
Woo! You can find me on Instagram at FDalgard, Twitter at FDK_DalSniper, and on YouTube at FDK Space Gaming.
Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you next time. What the fuck is this? You do realize it's an audio format, so that just sounds so horrible. I demand you do the original from now on. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da-wow.